Hello everyone, welcome back to Study Zone. So in this video we are going to learn about designing a deterministic finite automata, that is DFA, to accept strings of all binary strings having 3 consecutive zeros, or we can say it as a having substring of 0 0 0. Okay, so the problem is like this: DFA to accept string for zeros and ones having 3 consecutive zeros. So let's go through this and how to solve this easily. So here in all the previous problems we have A's and B's, right? But here we have zeros and ones. So no issues. Here we have to take binary numbers, right? So having 3 consecutive zeros, which means we have alphabets as 0 and 1, correct? 0 and 1. So what are all the languages? Languages are, one thing we can write it as 0 0 0, which means it can have 0 0 0 or 1 0 0 or 0 0 0 1 or 1 0 0 0 1 or 1 1 0 0 0, so on. Consecutive zeros means between 0 there should be no 1, which means we should have 3 consecutive zeros only, which means they are like a group. They should be appear together only. If there is someone, if these 3 peoples are a group, if someone who interferes in between, this should get rejected. Okay, these 3 should be together. So this is how to represent a DFA. So now let's design it. So since we have 3 characters, we should write 4 states, right? 3 means 4. So the states are Q0, Q1, Q2 and then Q3. How to represent final state? With this help of 2 circles, and initial state with the help of arrow, right? So now we have Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. First thing, it's simple. If we have 3 consecutive zeros, then the string should get accepted, which means 0 0 0, 3 zeros. Done. Now if we have 1 in the first state, that is Q0 state, what we have to do? I got 1 on Q0 state. I have to wait in the Q0 state, which means if you are in the bus stand, you have to go to Mumbai, but you got the bus that is going to different place. What you will do? You will wait for the bus that is going to Mumbai, right? So stand in the bus stand, which means stand in the Q0. If other bus comes, stand in Q0. Wait for 0 to appear, which means if there is other bus, stay here only and then wait for other bus. If you got the proper bus, go for next stand. Okay, so if here if I get 0 0 0 will be proper, so it will go to the next state. If I get 1 here, what it should do is, if I get 1 here, it should move back to Q0. Why? Because here we need 0 0 0. If I get 0 1, if I get 0 1, then it will not lead to 0 0 0, right? So I have to reset and go back to Q0. And now, so if I get 0, I will move to next state. If I get 1, I will move back to Q0. Now if I get 1 in Q2 state, look here, if I already got 0 0. Now if I got 1, whole state should get rejected, right? Whole string should get rejected. So what I am doing is I am moving back to Q0 here also, and I am again resetting. Okay, so if I get 0 0 0 or 0 0 and 1, I have to reset and start with Q0 state only. Now if I got here 0 and 1 is done. Now if I got 0 or 1 in the final state, then that's okay, right? Because 0 0 0 1 can be accepted. 0 0 0 can also be accepted. Why? Because I have 3 consecutive zeros already accepted. So I can have 0 or 1 in this state only. Okay, is it clear? Yeah. So now I took some of the states or example strings. So these strings should get accepted and these strings should get rejected. So if this satisfies, then only my transition diagram is correct, right? So let's see. At first I am taking this string that is 0 0 0. So I will check Q0 on 0, moving to state Q1, and then we have 0 again. So Q1 on 0, moving to state Q2, and then I got again 0. So Q2 on 0, moving to Q3. So this string is getting accepted. So for this example, my transition diagram is correct. Now I have 0 0 0 1. So let's check this. Q0 on 0, moving to Q1. This is done. Q1 on 0, moving to Q2. Next, Q2 on 0 again, moving to Q3. Now I got 1 at the end. So if I got 1 at the end, it will be there in the final state only. So the string is getting accepted, right? So this is also correct. Now I have 1 0 0. 1 0 0 0. So if I get 1 here, I will be there in this state only. And then 1 again. So I am moving to next state. Now I got 0 again. I am moving to next state. I got 0. So I am moving to next state. So this string got accepted. Right. So this one is also correct. Now for you the homework is you have to check for these two and let me know in the comment section. Okay. So if the transition diagram is correct, these two should get accepted, or else if these two get rejected, then our transition diagram is wrong. Okay. So for all these things it is correct. Now let's check for rejected strings. I have 0 1 0. So I got 0 here. So I am moving to next state, and then I have 1. So if I got 1 in this state, what I will be doing? I am moving back to Q0 state. But I got 0 here again. So I am moving in this way again. But I will end up with the state Q1. So is the Q1 accepting state? No, right? So this will get rejected. Now if I got 0 0 1 0. 0 0 1 0. So since I got 0, I am moving to Q1, and I got 0 again, so I am moving to Q2. I got 1, so I am getting resetted and moving back to state Q0, and I got 0 again, this one, so I am moving to Q1. Again, this is not a accepting state, so this one also getting rejected. And now I have 1 0 1 0 0. This one is also homework. This one should get rejected, right? Because there is no 3 consecutive zeros. Here in between there is 1. So this one should get rejected. Check this and answer me in the comment section. Okay. So now the last thing that is we are going to write the transition diagram. So to write the transition diagram we have 4 states, right? Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q0 is the accepting state, Q0 is the start state and Q3 is the accepting state. So we have here 0, 1. Right. So Q0 on 0. Q0 on 0 moving to Q1. Q0 on 1. It will be there in Q0 only. Q1 on 0 moving to Q2. Q1 on 1, Q1 on 1 moving to Q0. Q2 on 0 moving to Q3, right? And then Q2 on 1, Q2 on 1 moving back to Q0. And then Q3 on 0, it will be there in Q3 state only, and Q3 on 1, it will be there in Q3 state only. So this is the transition diagram. So this is how we solve or designed a DFA to accept string having 3 consecutive zeros. So if you feel this video as helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.